Hey, Tom here, FlipAnything USA. So look, I've already found it, man. I tell you, sometimes you find a deal quickly, sometimes you find it before you're ready. Man, I found one, boom, like that. And today is today is about 12 hours after the contingency period has expired on my buyers. So I have buyers that are really committed. I'm gonna get $380,000 cash, and now already I found something I want. I don't have it signed yet. That's what I'm working on right now. You know the drill. I like sharing with you guys real stuff as it happens, or as much as I can show you as it happens. It's not like that BS you see on TV where they're talking to the buyer and this and that, and they're paying full price for a property pretending it's a deal. Everything I buy is a deal. I won't buy it unless it's a deal. So I've got my house. I'm through the contingency period on the little house. I told you it became kind of an unproductive asset. Oh, this is interesting. I'm driving by one of my properties. I forgot. Look over there. I got guys working. See a pile of dirt and trucks and stuff. Anyways, those guys are working for me too. Anyways, forgot they were even working today. But here's the deal. I got through the contingency period Friday on that house. I got about $380,000 cash coming from that deal. 90% sure that it's going to go through now. Otherwise, they're going to lose money. So they're pretty much, they could fall apart, but it doesn't matter. It's 99% now that it's going to go through. So what I've done, I was driving and I saw boom. I go, whoa, I don't know that sign. And I found a very interesting property. It's like a flag lot. If you don't know what a flag lot is, just imagine what a silhouette of a flag looks like, right? Pole, big flag, right? That's a flag lot. In other words, you access it through what would be the pole, and from the pole is going to get you to the main body of the lot. So that's what's happening. I spotted this sign, and this was like on a Saturday morning, and I was taking my boys somewhere, and I go, whoa, I turned around, drove through the property, looked at it, and then immediately called on the sign. Turned out it was, I've talked to probably every broker there is, but I talked to a broker and I said, hey, what's the deal on this? He's up, and he goes, it just went up, and he said, I already got an offer in my lap right now. And he goes, I'm surprised. And when he told me the price, I really wasn't surprised, but he was kind of surprised, and so I assumed it was full price. So I said, well, look, you're gonna have another offer in 5 minutes, where are you? And so I immediately drove to him. I know that he's not the listing, he's the listing agent, but he's got an offer in front of him from another agency. So I know if I buy it through him and he's my listing agent, I know that he stands to make about double what he's gonna make if another agent sells it. So, and that's all fair. I mean, he shouldn't push me away, and he shouldn't give me any particular favor, but nevertheless, I know he's gonna make more money. I know he's gonna work hard. So I said, let's do it. I came over, and now you gotta remember, I'm just looking at the property like I am right now. I decided in 5 minutes that I want to buy this as soon as I heard the price. I mean, you can put it this way, I looked at the property, I kind of had a number in my mind. I talked to him, couldn't believe it was as cheap as he said. I said, I'll take it. Let's write it up. So I got my boys, I was heading somewhere, dropped everything, U-turn, went in, sat down, said, let's write it up. And then I said, let me show you, I want to make sure you understand that I got the money. And he goes, no, Tom. He goes, I know you do. And I go, no. I want to make sure you understand completely. So I opened up my app and I showed him my bank account, showed him the cash that I have, explained to him that I have a 1031 and I have this chunk, 380 grand coming from another property. And I go, and I explained to him, I said, look, the reason I'm showing this, I said, I know you know I'm good for it, but I'm showing you this because when you go talk to the seller, if they ask you, are you 100% sure that this guy has the money, you're gonna say, I ain't no 100% sure. That's something he wouldn't be able to say unless I had taken the time to show him my bank accounts. I said, look, here's the cash, here's this, So in other words, I proved to him that I have more than enough cash to pay for this place immediately. And so that is the strategy on my point, because especially when there's two offers, because he's got 2 offers in front of him. One's from another office. He doesn't know anything about this guy except they wrote on a piece of paper. He knows that I'm a player, that I'm a buyer. He knows that I didn't hesitate. I insisted that he sees that I'm financially qualified to buy it. Now, I know not everybody can do that, but you can still put on a good show if you need to, I'm sure. But the bottom line is, it made it perfectly clear that I am the logical buyer of this property. I am the one that will close, or I have the highest probability of closing, because I showed him unquestionably. I even made him clear that I'm doing a 1031. Now, a 1031, if you don't know what that is, that's me. I'm selling a property. I have a deadline. I have to identify what I'm buying, typically, within, I can't remember, 30, 90 days, and then I have to close that deal within 6 months. So he knows that I have more than just a passing interest in closing this. I'm not under the gun right now, but I'm going to pretend I am a little bit, that I need to close this. I will, and it's not just a practical matter. It's more than just an emotional matter. It is a practical matter. I need to close it. I need to get this money that's tax deferred put into something so that I can keep it tax deferred. So anyways, just want to share what's going on. I don't really want to show you, well, I can show you a little bit. This is a weird, funky, it's a cool property. It's a great, beautiful property, but it's kind of weird. There's like a 3,000 square foot metal building in one corner of an 1 3/4 lot. There's another one in the opposite corner, and then there's kind of a house that's been converted into offices a long time ago that rents, like a little one-man show offices. Like, there's a masseuse in there. There's a couple of builders have like an office in there. I'm looking at some of the other. There's some sort of a. What else is this? Some sort of a minister, an adoption agency. Anyways, and it all kind of fits my deal, right? There's even a gym in here. A gym and a mechanic, and you guys know I love services. I love stuff that Amazon can't screw with and steal and screw up and take away. So I'm pretty excited. I feel like I told the agent, I said, man, let's get this thing signed and turned around from the seller. And so he's actually forgot his key, so I'm waiting for him right now. But as soon as he gets here, I'll be walking through this thing, not with the camera, but I'll tell you about it. And then I'm going to just hammer this thing, get it signed, because what I feel like is I'm paying about $700,000 for this property. Now, I would have liked, and this is leveraging, right? So I'm putting in basically half. I'm putting in $380 to buy something that's going to cost $700. Now, I would have liked to leverage this by buying something 4 times more than than the cash that I have. In other words, I would have really rather bought something for about $1.5 million. But I'm not going to pass up on this, because even though it's 50%, I'm only leveraging 50%, not a lot. That's okay. This thing already brings in about $80,000 a year. Not net, gross. It probably only brings in $50 a year right now, after expenses and all. But even at 50, you got to remember, if I'm bringing in $50,000 a year, that's double what I was bringing in on the house that I just sold, right? But this thing, the upward potential for this is, I think that a single user, like a guy that maybe has like a towing yard, or a business where they got a lot of trucks, it could be even a mover. It could be, it could be like a tractor service repair type guy. They could have their office. They'd have 2 metal buildings. This thing's worth $1.1 million to somebody for sure. So I think there's $300,000 sitting here, and I'm gonna buy it, and hopefully I'm gonna show you that I'm right. So anyways, that's it. Flip Anything USA. Be sure to share and subscribe, and ask good questions. Man, I love good questions. I hate dumb ones. Don't ask me, how do you find a good deal in the comments? That's silly. Just watch the videos, and you'll know that you get the answer to that one already. You got to put in your time. I don't mind shortcutting you, believe me. Just you getting the benefit of seeing me, how it's done, how I do it, that's a huge shortcut. That opens your eyes up to, wow, I can do it too. And believe me, you can. But don't ask me how do I hold a pencil? That's getting too we're really dumbing it down too far. I'm not taking you from that. I'm taking you from, look, you're an adult, you got some money, a little bit or none, doesn't matter. The potential's there. There's deals out there. You need to get in between what somebody has and what somebody wants. The money's in between those two. So don't forget it. Anyways, that's it. Flip anything, share, subscribe, and hopefully we're gonna get a TV show out of this. Okay, maybe get a TV show out of this before long. So be active, be involved, and make some money and share it with everybody else. A lot of you have written me emails, told me you're active. All of a sudden you understand it can be done, and you're doing it, and you're making money, and I like that. And I'll start having some of you folks on the show, or I guess I call it a show. Anyways, that's it. Have a good one. Bye. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. I enjoy sharing it with you. So be sure to get the app. Do the best money you ever spent. It'll take you further along. You'll be able to share and catalog your properties, and it'll just make you a better, more organized investor. Thanks for watching.